with another lesson, which is solving quadratic equation by the use of quadratic formulas. So let us recall the formula for quadratic equation is simply we have x is equal to negative b plus and minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, in this formula, pwede nato siya i-break down into two solutions. It could either be, this becomes x is equal to negative b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, or negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So note that our a, b, and c, these are all elements of real numbers, and a should not be equal to 0. Do you follow? Okay, so now let us try an example. What if we have 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0? What have you noticed? This equation is already in the standard form. So recall ang standard form, that is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So since naa naman is just a standard form, we only have to first get the values of a, b, and c. So ang values ato a in here is 2. Our b, that's negative 5, and our c, that is 2. So after getting the values of these variables, idiretso ra dadyo nato pag substitute sa formula. Okay, the formula again is given by x is equal to b plus and minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So kani sadya, that is the formula. After that, i-substitute na to kani nga values and then simplify lang dadyon. So what's the value of our b again? That is negative 5. So negative times negative 5 plus and minus, substitute the value of our b, that's negative 5 squared minus 4 times the value of our a, that's 2, the value of our c, that is still 2, all over 2 times, what's the value of our a? That is 2 lang gihapon. Okay, negative times negative 5, that becomes positive 5. Copy ang two operations, and now we have to simplify the operations and then the numbers inside the radical sign. So negative 5 times negative 5, that's 25 minus 4 times 2, or syempre kita mag-start, the same ragi hapon na si kay multiplication man, we could have 2 times 2, that's 4, times negative 4, we have negative pila 16, or we could also start on the left side, 4 times 2, that's 8 times 2, 16. Now, pag multiplication, it won't matter kung hai ka mo magsugod sa left ba or sa right, since that is multiplication, bali-bali man siba na atay gitawag na commutative law. Okay. All over 2 times 2, that's 4. Okay, uno na may sunod. Sakto na ba? Okay, very good. So we have to copy 5 and 2 operations and then subtract the numbers inside the radical sign. So we have 25 minus 16, that's 9 all over 4. Copy gihapon ang 5 plus and minus, what's the root of 9? We have to simplify the radical. Unsay root ni 9 or unsay factor ni 9? That's 3, since 3 times 3, that is equal to 9. So since perfect square man na siya, igawas na nato siya sa radical sign. Magawas na siya sa prisuhan. And then we have 4. So we have x is equal to 5 plus and minus 30 divided by 4. Now, the next thing that we have to do is to split up these two signs. So we could have our x sub 1 that's equal to 5 plus na operation 3 all over 4, or we could have our x sub 2 that is 5. Tapos naman nato gigamit ang plus nga sign, so we will use the other sign which is the negative or the minus. 3 all over 4. So isimplify na dadyo nato si ja. Mag-start kita kang x sub 1. So 5 plus 3, that's 8 divided by 4. We have 2. Diri kita. 5 minus 3, that's 2 divided by 4. So this becomes 1/2. Ma'am, nga naman na 1/2 man. So we only have to divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. 4 divided by 2, that's 2. Claro? So how are we going to check kung sakto bang ato answers? Now, we only have, again, substitution ra gihapon. Gamito nato kani nga values ni x, i-substitute nato sa original nga quadratic equation. So, laras check. Mag-checking kita. Checking. Okay. So, ang ato original nga equation, that is 2 x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0. So, if x is equal to, unsa gani atong first value ni x, that's 2. If x is equal to 2, substitute nato ha. So, we have 2. Copy asa nato ang equation. So, substitute nato si 2 sa x. We have 2 squared minus 5 times 2 plus 2 equals 0. So, kung 0 gani ang magawa sa left side, and then 0 man pud ang sa right side, that means check ang atong solution. Okay. 2 times 2, that's 4 times 2 minus 5 times 2, that's 10 plus 2 equals 0. Sunod, 2 times 4, that's 8 minus 10 plus 2 equals 0. So, para dili ka mo maglibog in adding or subtracting numbers, ato sa unahon ang mga numero nga parihas ang ilahang sign. So, we have positive 8, negative 10, and positive 2. So, si 8 sa nang si 2, parihas pa na sign. So, sila asa ang atong unahon pag-combine. We have 8 plus 2, that's 10. Minus 10, that's 0 equals 0. So, check ang ato first solution. Okay, what if x is equal to 1/2? We have the equation 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0. Now, i-substitute nato si 1/2 sa x. 2 times 1/2 squared minus 5 times 1/2 plus 2 equals 0. So, unahon sa nato ang sa ilayom ng parenthesis. I-copy nato si 2, and then 1, that becomes squared. Ato ra i-substitute si 2 sa denominator o sa numerator. So, we have 2 squared as well minus 5 over 2. Kaya nga naman, 5 times 1, that's 5 divided by 2 plus 2 equals 0. Okay. Next, we have 2. 1 times 1, that's 1. 2 times 2, that is 4. Minus 5 over 2 plus 2 equals 0. Sunod. 2 times 1. Basi maglibog ka mo ha. Ma'am nga no tag 2. Ang 2 times man nato sa 1. Dili ba pwede na 2 times 4. Remember nga ang denominator sa whole numbers is 1. So kung naa kitay 2 diri automatic na ang iyang denominator is 1. Kung naatay 3 na whole number, automatic ang denominator ana is 1. So 2 times 1, that's 2 divided by 4 minus 5 over 2 plus 2 equals 0. Next, ang 2 divided by 4 or ang 2 over 4 pwede pa nato ma-reduce, right? That is by dividing 2 to the numerator and the denominator. So this becomes 1 half minus 5 over 2 plus 2 equals 0. Now, parihas ang ilang denominator, right? So since the same man silang denominator, dili na nato siya i-change. Kaning denominator sa 2 automatic ana is 1. So we have to find the least common denominator of these three before pa nato siya i-manipulate. Okay, on the right side we have 0. So now, ang least common denominator sa tuyo ka term is 2, right? So 2 divided by 2, that's 1. Times 1, we have 1. Copy ang operation, that's minus. 2 divided by 2, that's 1 times 5. So we have 5. Now, copy lagi hapon ng operation, that's plus. 2 divided by 1, since 1 man na, kay whole number man. 2 divided by 1, that's 2 times 2, that's 4. Okay. So, uno ganitong rule na to, unahon pag-add ang the same nga sign. So, since si 1 og si 4, parehas man nga sign, sila'y at sa atong unahon pag-combine. 1 plus 4, that's 5, minus 5, that's 0 over 2, equals 0. Now, 0 divided by 2. Remember ha, nga any number that will be used to divide 0, 0 lang gihapon ang result. So, this is checked. Now, we're done checking. Since equal man na siya and then 0 ang outcome, that means the solution for this said quadratic equation 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals 0 is 2 and 1 half. Okay. Okay, let's have another example. We have here number 2. What if we have this equation? 3x squared plus 5x equals 3. Is this already in the standard form? No. Okay, remember ang standard form, that is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So in here, magamit kitag subtraction property of equality. That means we are going to subtract 3 from both left and the right side. So this becomes 3x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 3 minus 3. So 3 minus 3, that's 0 equals. We only have to copy on the left side of the equation. So we have 3x squared plus 5x minus 3. Now, is this already in the standard form? Yes. Claro? So the next step is to get the values of a, b, and c. We have here a, b, and c. So the value of our b, a, that's 3. Our b, that's 5. And our c, that's negative 3. So next, substitute na dadyon kita sa formula. Okay, we have the formula. It's x equals negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we copy the equal sign. Next, what's the value of our b? That's 5. So we have here negative 5 plus and minus. Still, substitute gihapon nato si 5 dito sa b. That becomes 5 squared minus 4 times ang a nato. That is 3. Ang c nato, that's negative 3 all over 2a. Sunod. I-copy lang nato si negative 5 as well as the two operations. Sorry about that. Okay, next is to simplify the numbers or the operations, the equations, or the expressions inside the radical sign. So we have 5 times 5, that's 25. minus 4 times 3, that's 12. 12 times negative 3, that's negative 36. All over, ang ato A, that's 2 times 3. Okay. So, copy negative 5 plus and minus 25. Negative times negative, that becomes positive. So, 25 plus 36 all over 2 times 3, that's 6. Sunod, copy gihapon ang negative 5 plus and minus 25 plus 36. What's the answer? 25 plus 36. That is 61 all over 6. So this is already in the simplified form. So we have the equation, the given equation, 3x squared plus 5x equals 3, has two irrational solutions, which is we have our x sub 1 negative 5 plus the square root of 61 all over 6, or x sub 2, that's equal to negative 5 minus the square root of 61 all over 6. Now, you already know how to check this one, right? The same ra gihapon sa akong previous example. So, again, mag-recap kita. So, here are the steps in solving quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. So, first and foremost, if wala pa siya sa standard form, you have to convert the equation in standard form. The second one, get the values of A, B, and C. The third one, substitute the values of A, B, and C to the formula, which is our formula, that's x equals negative b plus and minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's the fourth one. So, ang fourth one, after substituting, after simplifying, we have to check if sakto ang ato ang answer. Now, how do we check? Substitute the two solutions, or the x sub 1 and x sub 2. Substitute the two solutions, ha, katong values ni x sub 1 o x sub 2 to the quadratic equation. So, quadratic equation, that's of the form ax squared plus bx plus y plus c rather equals 0. So, ana ra si ja. So, thank you for joining and thank you for listening. God bless and happy learning.